everyone! How's it going? We're back for the third week in a row, which is better than any time when we were actually reviewing the episodes from the show.
Isn't this our fourth week in a row?
Is it?
I don't
Well,
know
we had the finale.
anymore.
It is our fourth week in a row!
Wow, look at that. Look
I
at us.
can't.
Look at
Oh my
us.
gosh, it's a miracle.
It is.
Well, hello to everyone who's been with us all these times, and if you're new, hello, Brandi. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm here. You know,
There you go.
sometimes you just have to exist, and that's what I'm doing.
Yep. And then sometimes existence throws something really awesome in your face, like finding out that chips that are green tortilla chips, um,
What?
oh gosh, it fell out of my
Oh
mouth.
my god. That made
Do
me so
this on
happy.
the green screen.
Oh, that makes me
So
so happy.
it's so
Oh, you have no
satisfying.
idea.
I love it so much. I mean, there's so much fake color in this thing because they're Christmas
Oh,
colored. There's one red and then a bunch of greens. I love it so much, though.
I'm
And
here
I'm
for
trying not to choke on it as I try to not do ASMR for this episode. But yes,
I have
Rapunzel, we are on a roll.
a drink
Loving it.
with some ice in it that I could just kind of.
I got me my plastic water.
Isn't
Woohoo!
that nice? Wow.
You know that sound that's like, my papa drives a Mercedes, well, my papa has a blah, blah, blah. And it's like, my dad drives a Ram 1800. That's me. I'm the Ram 1800. Yes, we got PJ in the chat. Hello to you, PJ. Shout out to both of us. And honestly, before we begin, shout out to Brandi because look what I got. Brandi sent me these, and they're the scrolls of the water and the earth and the fire and the air. And I had 4 frames. How perfect is that? Like, I
What, you
just
just
had them
had
sitting.
them? Oh my gosh. So like I got them for you and I was like, oh, well, they're not going to come in frames. And I'm like, that's a lousy gift to just like, here's some artwork, go buy some frames.
No, because funny enough, whenever I go to Michael's, I go to the damaged goods section. I love the damaged goods section, and that's in the clearance section. And they had all of these for like, they were originally $30, which they aren't worth that, but they had them for like $2. And so I picked them up. I've had it for 2 years. 2 years, and
Wow.
now I finally get to use
2
them.
years in the making. Look at that.
It is amazing. So now I just have to find space on my wall to put it up.
Okay, now
I'm so
that I can't
excited.
help with. I'm so sorry.
Oh gosh, no, I thank you so much. And also
Oh, I did that just for you, Brianna, because I knew that you wouldn't like it.
there you go. I don't know if the mic picked up on it. It's a pretty crap mic.
It picked up a little.
Apparently a bad camera too, because I keep going out of phase. Help. Katie comically balances out using plastic water bottles with karmically. That karma, good word. Cleaning up trash on the highways. Yeah, I rage clean and I love it. That was my day yesterday. Yes, they are the same size. It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. It was fate.
And we got Sherry in the comments. Hello, how's
Hello.
it going? So good to see you guys. It is going to be one heck of an episode because we are talking about an episode that's fairly hard to find.
Sure
Because
is.
I found out it's unlisted on YouTube. The Nickelodeon has the official one. It's listed, like it's on, you can find it on YouTube, but it's unlisted. You have to go through a special link on a special article in order to get to it.
Interesting.
Oh, why?
I wonder if
It's
that's just like an
weird.
overlooked problem or if they've done that on purpose.
I should tweet out to Nickelodeon and just be like, yo, what up?
Yo.
Just to see. But because I'd never seen it before. This was my first time actually seeing the whole pilot. You said you'd seen it, but with commentary.
Yeah, so if you have the like original box set from when the series first came out, and it might be on like the Blu-ray re-release or what have you, I don't know. But one of the extras for season 1 is the unaired pilot with commentary from Michael and Brian. So watched that a few times and It's always
Nice.
interesting to hear them talk about like, oh wow, we did that. We should really have brought that back. That was so cool, and I can't believe we did that. And like, it's so interesting just to like hear like what they think of what they made and like how they were like, oh man, that's so cool. Why didn't we do that more? Or why did we get rid of that idea? And I don't know. I mean, I feel like like their creative minds. I'm just like, oh, I just want to sit down and have a conversation with them because they seem so chill all the time.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. You have to be chill to make this show. Like you have to be kind of like secret tunnel kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Well, and apparently Rapunzel linked the commentary text on Twitter. So I'm going to try to pull that up here. I'll put that in the comment section. And that way, there we go. Ooh, yes, it is the text. Oh, I love that so much. That is perfect for anyone who doesn't. There, will it share the link? I think it shared the link.
Oh my
There's
gosh,
the link. Haha, it actually worked. I'm gonna have to go and read through that now. And Bree says, I believe this time last year Nick had streamed the pilot on its Twitch channel, so they probably just uploaded the pilot to YouTube for a bit. I mean, if you're gonna forget about something, you might as well forget about a pilot.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Well, what you can do if you want to see it is you can go to the link that we shared on our Twitter. I'll put it again in the comment section here because I know some people are not on Twitter. But yeah, it's full on here, 14 minutes, 14 seconds. And it's weird. I don't know if you felt that way, Brandi, but it's weird.
It's definitely weird. And like, so I'm left with like having this thought of like, okay, is it weird because obviously some major things changed, and so we're used to what it is, and if they hadn't changed it, then we would have been like, yeah, that's just the look of Avatar, or is it just weird? And like, even if they did made the series kind of in this art style and had like the same design throughout, like would that affect how much we love the series? Like, I'm over here just having like an existential crisis about this pilot, and
yes, well, honestly, because
like, I have no idea.
What the heck is that? Like, bruh, that's not an earthbender. That's a thumb. Like,
thumb. Oh,
he looks like a thumb.
Well, that is the design. I can't remember his name, but that's like originally who Toph was going to be.
Man.
So like Toph originally was going to be like this buff guy, and he was supposed to like kind of like, I don't know, like butt heads with Sokka a lot more because they were, going to be like two manly bands. And then they were like, well, what if we just made it a girl? And then like, Sokka and this girl still butt heads anyways.
Yeah, true, exactly. But it's such a better dynamic.
It is such a better dynamic.
It's not testosterone fueled, it's manliness fueled.
So yeah, so Toph originally was going to be a guy, and that's kind of who this person is. And then this design character, I wish I could remember his name, but this design is actually used again for Avatar Roku's Earthbending Master, so you can kind of see that again in season 3. Yep.
Look at you pulling out all the cool stuff. Also, we have a ton of people popping in. We got Louise Sparrow. Although now I'm thinking, because your name is Louise Sparrow, do you prefer Louise Sparrow or Louise X Sparrow when I read out your comments? Well, let me know. Gotta get it right. Time Prophet
coming in.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Let's see. You watched the Unaired Pilot. It was awful. It's like watching a less awesome Mirror Universe. Kinda. It's interesting how everyone reacts, because I scrolled through the comments on this video, and I can scroll through and show you guys, but a lot of people still say it's better than the movie that doesn't exist. I agree. Oh, yes. Hello to Shadow Cat. What's up? Let's see. Oh, an X Sparrow is a dead sparrow. Good to know. I got a bunch of sparrows out there, but none of them are dead. I don't know if you guys can hear them chirping. The birds are panicking today. So, yeah, this isn't the only one that changed. Like, I like to think this is probably Paku, and it's just some old... I mean, look at the frame rate on that. was awful. But oh, they just kind of look like the Walmart version of Avatar animation.
Yeah, this is the great value brand of Avatar.
Exactly. We get, what else do we have? We have the Firebender, who, I mean, that's
I think
actually
that,
kind of badass.
well, I think that this is supposed to be Azula. Like, Azula was going to have like this more of a samurai look and have a braid, which I'm losing my mind about. Can you just imagine Azula with a braid?
Braid.
Um,
Oh no.
but I'm pretty certain that this is supposed to be Azula.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it would make sense.
because Azula is who you know, her design is the person that's firebending in the actual open for the series. So
Right.
yeah, I
Well,
feel
and
like
then, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that this is totally Azula.
Well, and we get one more, which is full on just Aang. I gotta find one where it's all, there we go. That's a good screen grab. But this is the one part, like the initial, this is 30 seconds, mind you. Water, earth, fire, air. 30 seconds. My childhood attention span would have been like, nope, I'm out. But there is one cool thing, and that's the lion turtle imagery. I like that. Oh gosh, did you notice how long the intro was on this?
Yeah, no, it was definitely long, and I think the reason why it felt like an eternity is because it actually didn't have like a music bed to it. So it was just like Mae Whitman saying, you know, the elements and stuff like that. And I'm like, ooh, I need something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the audio will come through if I play this. But basically, yeah, you can hear that
My grandmother used to tell me stories about the old
But it's
days,
just like little
how
chimes.
the four nations once
That's
lived
it.
in harmony, how everything changed once the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar mastered all four elements. Only he could stop the ruthless firebenders.
So like,
when the world needed him most, he disappeared.
No, well, then,
the
if
Fire
we skip
Nation
ahead, because I don't want YouTube to shut us down for showing another video. But the intro credits, a minute 30. A minute 30. The original.
I mean, how long is the original? Do you know?
The original is, I believe, because I also pulled that up for comparison. It is 45 seconds. It is
okay, but is this
time?
No, is this the one that is played for every single episode, or is this the one that's played for the first episode?
Where this is every single episode.
Okay, so what about the one that's for the very first episode? Because that one is longer, because it's Katara explaining like the 100-Year War.
Episode 1 opening. There we go. Oh, there's an anime. Yes, I've watched. Oh, I just had memories.
That anime one is so good.
Watch it again.
Earth.
Let's see, is this it?
Fire.
Yeah.
Air. Turn to save the world.
It's still a solid 15 seconds shorter.
Okay, but I mean, I feel like that's not bad. Like, obviously 15 seconds in a show is an eternity, especially if you're like a video editor. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
But it's still not that bad. Plus, you know, like a pilot, I feel like sometimes you can, like, a pilot is interesting because like you're trying to get everybody's personalities across, and you're trying to get like the whole story across. And
well, and this one, the entire first 2 episodes are cramped into the intro.
Well, yeah,
that's how they explain he got out of an iceberg. Ta-da! The end.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and that's just like the thing about storytelling. You know, sometimes you kind of have to. You don't always have to start at the beginning. Like, you kind of just need to figure out what your best hook is. And so, you know, maybe at the beginning of the series, they thought, you know, their best hook was that Aang was already out of the iceberg, and, you know, they were already kind of on these adventures, and maybe they were going to go back and explain what happened, and then obviously later on they changed, or maybe, you know, again, like, this is just the pilot. So obviously they wanted to show, I think, a little bit more action than like, oh, this is, Aang getting out of the iceberg and this is setting up the series, whereas they're really just trying to like show off the kind of animation that they want to do, and especially like the fighting and everything like that, because the fighting in this one and even the bending, pretty great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, the first episode, The Boy in the Iceberg, there isn't a single fight really other than Zuko's training. So it makes sense now that I look back on it that they were trying to show off a little bit. So that one works.
Like a pilot is basically just like a pitch for a show. So, you're trying to get like all this like told to the people who are going to give you money to make it. So you're trying to you're trying to present like the most interesting things, and so sometimes maybe that doesn't always lead to the best storytelling, which I think this pilot really does. Like it doesn't do the greatest storytelling, but it really does show you what this series could be. Like, it's going to be very action forward. You're going to have Aang, who doesn't really want to be the Avatar and just, trying to be like this kid, and Katara is kind of the mother, and Sokka is just kind of grouchy in this one for whatever reason.
Well, someone pointed out, before I get to the comments, someone pointed out that the pilot episode characters are the worst aspects of their characters. Aang is too childish, Katara is too mothery, demanding, and Sokka is just too brutish.
Yeah.
And then there's freaking Zuko with his weird accent. It's like, why Dante? Why did you choose that little tweak to your voice?
They hadn't figured it out. He was just like, this is what I'm feeling right now. And, we can't focus on the mistakes that were made. We have to focus on what was improved upon. So
good point. And true, they are not going to spend a lot of money making sure that the cells are all lined up and nice and combined and flowing. So makes sense. Azula's braid probably has daggers.
Yes.
I like that.
At least in the hair tie at the base.
Oh yeah, totally. Just
like, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't want to mess with her when she has pigtails, I'll tell you that. Oh, let's see. At least it's not like Rise of Skywalker. Episode 1 was 122. Yeah, that's good to know. Have you been watching Arcane? I have not. Have you seen Arcane?
Oh my gosh. So the only reason why I started watching Arcane is because Imagine Dragons. Okay, sorry. But Imagine
go for it.
Made their theme song. And that song, I have watched the music video for that song like 20 times. I am obsessed. So I started watching Arcane, and it's good. I'm interested to see where it goes, but I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that song,
I'm gonna have to check that out now. Oh, let's see. Heard good things so far. Do you like it? Oh, yes, agree. Very good. If I spent ages doing all of that animation, I would make damn sure I saw every second of it. Oh, well. Yeah. That's one of the things, because Brandi, you edit videos far more frequently than I do, but video editing, you are scrolling through every frame, making sure that there aren't any jump cuts or anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've just started, for whatever reason. I was like, oh, I can mask out a Jeep in this shot. And I was like, maybe I can't.
Well, it sounds like Time Prophet can sympathize, because he spent 2 weeks rendering 700 frames of animation, and 500 frames I am re-rendering because I made a mistake.
I always say that you're not done with your render unless you've done it at least 3 times.
Yeah. You got regular export, export 1, and then final export.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Talking about weird accents, Amazonians with Texan accents took me right out of the program. Yeah. They're swamp people, not Amazonians. I mean, it's nice to know that when you live in rural areas, even in Avatar, you tend to pick up that southern drawl.
I love the swamp people.
They're so great. I can't wait till we get to that episode. But okay, so there is, speaking of accents and voices and stuff, did you know who originally voiced Aang in this pilot?
Yeah, so I think it's Mitchell Musso.
It's Mitchell Musso!
Yeah.
From Hannah Montana!
Uh-huh. And, like, I have no... Like, I can't imagine Aang's voice being... And I wish I could remember his name. I'm so terrible with names.
Oh, gosh, same.
But I remember Mitchell Musso. Like, why? But, yeah, no, this voice for Aang, it just was not right.
No, especially since everyone else was the same. It's like, I wonder why they changed.
I don't know. I don't know why they, and I don't know if they really talk about it in the commentary.
Rapunzel, can you find out? Let's see. I've never seen Hannah Montana because I'm a guy. Well, also wrong area. I think they were more pushing for the U.S., but hey, there's never say never. You could watch it now. Pretty sure it's on Disney Plus.
You don't have to. It's okay.
There were a couple of good episodes, but not many. You think the Swamp People were meant to mimic the people of the South here in the States? I think the voices of the Swamp People fit very well. I like it. Yep. Ooh, and there's swamps in East Asia. I should have known that. I took a geography course for a whole semester with Barath, but nope. Did you ever have Barath as a professor?
I don't think so.
Oh gosh, he was this crazy, great guy, straight out of India. And every time he had an 8 a.m. lecture, awful, like 101 geography. And I would occasionally like drift off. And one day he called me out. He goes, like, Katie, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to stay awake. And he goes, okay, you are neither sleeping nor paying attention. You can choose either one. I will not be mad. Just do one. Like, God bless you, Barath. And then every time, for 4 years after that, he would ask me in the hallway if I got sleep that night.
See, it's not just me that worries about you.
It's everyone. Oh, gosh. Well, we got I love the comment section because it is so... The conversations are so great. But Time Prophet says, felt like the Amazonian jungle to me, but the accents didn't seem to fit. But I'm British, so the Texan accent sounds harsh to us.
I don't really think that it was Texan. I think it's more like... It's not Louisiana, and it's almost like... Have you ever heard like a Virginian Southern accent?
With the mountain Appalachian
Yeah, with
accent.
the mountain people. I feel like that's what it is. But it's also been a while since I've watched that episode, so it very well could be Texan. But I think it's more like Virginian, Carolinian, what have you accent.
We may have Time Prophet on for that episode just so that we can make him give us an Amazonian Texan accent. I would love, nothing makes me happier than hearing British people do a Southern accent, except for Korean people speaking in Korean with a Southern accent. It's amazing. There's a TikTok of it and it broke TikTok. It's great. Maybe Arkansas Hillbilly? I can see that.
I don't think it's... I feel like Arkansas really kind of leans towards... I don't know.
Florida, Alabama, southeastern accent. East Coast, southern East Coast.
Yeah, but it's definitely not Texan.
Nah, you know Texan's more of a, hey, howdy, man, how you doing? We're going to be talking about floods. I don't know. What's happening in Florida or Texas?
Can you tell that she's from Michigan?
Very much so. I can do the Californian accent though. It's super easy.
Some of my family does talk with kind of like a slight southern drawl, and if I spend enough time with them, I'll start doing it too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. No, for real though. I do that too. When I watch Doctor Who, if I do a binge before going into work, I will go into work and I'll be like, "Hello everyone," and then just continue into the weather center because I'm too embarrassed to talk. Oh, hey, Time Prophet does have a southern accent. It's mixed with a Welsh accent. You were born in the south of Britain and grew up in Wales. Very cool. Aw, see, that makes it sound so lame saying I was born in Michigan. Like, that doesn't mean much to many other people in the rest of the world. Mountain people, does this mean we need to defend ourselves? Nah,
probably.
Yeah, they got the moonshine.
Oh yeah, I'd watch your back in Virginia.
I watched one of those illegal moonshiner shows. Yeah, they're crazy. Wrapping back into the episode that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Aang was so derpy to me.
I was just about to say, he looks really derpy.
He's just like, there needs to be a snot bubble or something.
Something like that. And I don't understand how he looks so derpy, and then Katara looks very like glamour anime-ish.
Yes, exactly.
And then I have no idea what's happening with Sokka. I would have to look at him again.
I gotta find the pictures. I have pictures this week. They aren't the best, but they're here. Actually, they are. That's a lie. I got a Zuko picture, which I can show in the meantime, though.
That's great.
Because he seemed, I don't want to say squishier, but squishier. You know, like, I don't know. His head isn't quite as angular.
I was gonna say, maybe he just doesn't seem as intimidating, or I feel like he looks a lot younger than he does in the actual series.
He seems more like a kid.
Yeah,
which is interesting to see. Especially the part where Aang flies in and he goes, ah! He actually yells in surprise. I love that part. That was probably my favorite part of the entire pilot. Oh, let's see. Wait, I have the pilot pulled up. I don't need screen grabs. I can just jump to them. I'm an idiot. There we go. So let's talk about Katara or Taya and the water bending.
He said keep it up.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So anyway, what is happening with Sokka?
Budget cuts.
He's nuts in a football. Oh my gosh. I think that perfectly encapsulates what you were just saying, how Sokka's just Sokka and Katara's very anime.
Yeah, like her eyes are bigger. Seems like
they have that little gleam to them.
Yeah, it seems like her face is maybe a little bit bigger. Her ears, I feel like, are definitely bigger.
The ears in this, she has larger ears than Sokka does. Oh gosh, now I want that as my background. Just Sokka, just that, because that's how I feel going into work. These days. Oh, let's see what we have. Time Prophet. You think Aang is the simplest version of himself? That is, yeah, it does seem. He seems kind of basic. I don't know. Like, there's not a good word for it, but he's just kind of there.
Yeah, I don't know. He just seems. I think derpy just really captures the whole vibe of him. I don't know. He just feels like more of like a kid.
Just with a bird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I didn't like it because...
And actually, so I think that what was interesting was that the creators kind of had this idea that Aang is the Avatar, like nature was just drawn to him or whatever, and so they had this idea of, just like random animals would just come out and hang with them. Aww. Because they even recognized that he was the Avatar, or something along that line. So that's why they have this little bird just hanging out with him.
Here we go. We got theories for Unaired Pilots. That's how amazing Brandi is. Which, wait a sec. There we go. Now we must make it okay. Equal standings halfway through.
All right. Take me off my soapbox.
There we go. Oh gosh. Shadow Cat says I was on a 3-week vacation with the Scouts in Scotland. Ooh, yeah, I picked up an accent. It's a thing. I picked up a Scottish accent hanging out with my cousin in Scotland. It's really weird. In case you didn't know, next time we go, I want people to know that I got a message from Bree that just said, my phone only shows the most recent message. It just says, he crusty. and I don't know what context that is in.
So. I think that must be Sokka. She must have taken a screenshot and sent you Sokka.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Sorry, we're gonna take a look at this crusty boy.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did.
That should be my phone background. That's amazing. Oh heavens. What were we even talking about? I was distracted by the beauty of crusty Sokka.
I have no idea.
Scottish accents. Yes.
Scottish accent.
Very easy to pick up. Very easy. At least I think so in my American way. That could be offensive to them.
I'm not going to attempt it at all.
Yeah.
I'll just stay with my very plain Midwestern accent.
It's perfect. Everyone can understand us.
That can sometimes go a little southern if I use y'all enough.
Yes. Yes, or excuse me. You just kind of get a Wisconsin accent. You can kind of appropriate a bunch of accents and just shove them all into a neutral filter. Usually this is a good point, Time Prophet. Usually bad guys are drawn with more angles. So, yeah, this one, everyone's kind of just round. If that makes sense. We got Zuko here, who really cool messenger hawk, but he has more of a squared, rounded chin than the pointy one.
Yeah.
Oh man, can we talk about these costumes? Because I am so glad they changed. I wouldn't have that. That just looks kind of derpy. Again, derpy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not entirely mad. Again, obviously, if this was the design that they chose, and we watched the series, and we wouldn't be saying any of this stuff. But
true.
compared to what we have, yeah, obviously the final design is a little bit better.
Well, it's you got the downward horns on the bucket hats.
Well, do you wonder if it was so the Fire Nation was always riding those rhinos? So do you think
maybe
they were mimicking the animal?
See if I can go back and find the rhino points. There, wait. Sokka's.
What was that sound design? Oh my gosh. What was that? What?
Hold on a second. What?
Why is it what? I feel that it's just him swallowing the berry. But when you just pick it up from that, you're like, what is going on?
Oh, Avatar out of context. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, and Bree brings up a good point. These costumes look like the old ones the Northern Water Tribe had. I like to think maybe they tied that in a little bit more. That was how they tied in this design to the actual show.
But I think the Northern Water Tribe, they had shoulder spikes that were up more.
Oh yeah,
Whereas
these are more samurai.
Yeah, and I really love samurai. So anything that looks samurai, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Which I feel is why I'm kind of I'm not entirely mad at these design choices, but it's a little extra.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think, I don't know if I have the photo of it, but the difference in colors between what they had here and what they went with actually, the Fire Nation is much more vibrant. In the actual show, they're kind of gray toned with red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which gives me more of a villain vibe. This is more of a, I don't know, parade.
This kind of has a He-Man Skeletor villain.
Yes! The fanged masks. Oh, that'd be cool for C2E2 if anyone was going to do a Fire Nation costume because they're requiring masks. Just print off one of those. Heck yes.
I mean, the Fire Nation already has the little face plates.
Oh, those are cool too. You know what I should have done? Because at Valpo, my senior year, and I'm so glad I did this, I took a ceramics class. I should have made a ceramic, like, helmet, a Fire Nation helmet with the removable face guard. Man. Actually, no, okay, because I asked for 3D printer for Christmas, so I might just 3D print myself one of these helmets.
I love that you asked for a 3D printer for Christmas.
Among many other things.
Oh, but that was the one that you were most excited about. Like, Katie never changed, okay?
Never. I don't think I could if I tried. No, I'm so freaking excited because I'm going to build so much stuff. I'm going to make miniature Dorothy's from Twister, and I'm going to put little ball bearings inside so that they're like the sensors, and I'll turn them into ornaments, and like maybe even like a little pen holder for desks. It's going to be cute. Well, actually, wait. Are you a fan of the sorry, Katie side tangent? Are you a fan of Legends of the Hidden Temple? The old Nickelodeon gas show?
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it, no.
Okay, I have to watch Chicken Little. You have to watch Legends of the Hidden Temple because it is dope. But I can print the medallions from it.
It's a TV show, isn't it? It's like It's like a game show almost.
Yes. Yeah, it's from the 90s. Well, technically the 80s, but
yeah.
It's so
no, I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, now we have to watch an episode because I still want to be on it, and I'm 25.
Wait, do they still make it?
They rebooted it for adults, but they went super like we only cast Californians who are super eccentric, and like everyone has these weird life like choices that they made in their lives that led them to this point, and it's California. I have a better shot at getting on Survivor. But I've missed so many comments on that side tangent. What does it sound like Sokka's ripping? What? Everyone agrees it sounded like a fart.
It totally did.
Shouldn't the Fire Nation be wearing asbestos suits? Oh, they should be wearing padding from Momo, who's just like straight up destroying them. Which also, it's Momo. Just in the pilot.
Momo.
Actually, it makes sense that they put Momo in it because Momo shows up in episode 3. So.
Oh yeah. No, Momo and Appa are just as much as main characters as everybody else.
Exactly. Well, in this episode, Momo's in it more than Appa is, which is interesting.
Momo does a lot.
Momo pulls the weight, grabs the food, saves everyone.
Yeah. He gave Aang the advice to go save Kaya and Sokka.
And Rapunzel can't find why Aang was recast, but Mitchell Musso did have a lot of other projects going on. Might not have been available when it got started. Probably when it got greenlit.
That was kind of what my idea was. Is that Mitchell Musso is obviously very well known, especially throughout the early 2000s. So
yeah. Phineas and Ferb. He got Hannah Montana.
He had a Disney XD show about something.
Yes. Yeah. And then it all went to crap.
Tis the way that a Disney Channel childhood star ages. So, which is
although I will tell you, the Disney Channel adults are flourishing. Kim Rhodes from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, bless her. She does TikToks. And she did a duet with Steve from Blue's Clues, who's also on TikTok, mind you.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm hoping some of the Avatar people will probably join it too, because Dan Povenmire, who created Phineas and Ferb, is on it, and he answers fan questions all the time. So
cute.
If we could get them to join, then we could get Avatar questions answered. We got 3D printer advice. Make it in parts, good to know. Different when you're going to print them. You have to think where to model structural points. Yeah, I don't want them to collapse. That would be unfortunate. I think I'll probably just buy pre-made stuff. Like, I'm not good with 3-dimensional spacing. Like, I got bad grades for once in my life because of 3-dimensional spacing. Yeah, that and physics. D-, kids. You can still succeed with a D-. and hysterically sobbing during a physics exam. It was bad. Momo was probably worried Sokka would eat him if he didn't pull his weight.
Momo is looking a little chonky in this as well. Like, he looks a little beefy.
Yeah. Let's see if I can, there's the point. Oh, yeah.
Get him, Momo!
Zuko and is screaming. There's Momo. This was a cool scene.
Oh,
For
yeah.
early 2000s, that animation was pretty lit.
Oh, God bless these Foley artists that did this pilot episode. Doing the Lord's work.
Oh, yeah. That, it blows my mind how well this turned out for a pilot. Like, it wasn't quite TV quality, but it definitely wasn't, like, the worst pilot I've ever seen. It was probably one of the higher-end pilots I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, better than Star Trek: The Next Generation Encounter at Farpoint, if you ask me. And that says something. But he does look so cute and a little chunky, and then he's just like, wait a second.
Food.
And they kept the Momo theme.
They kept a lot of the themes that they used throughout the series. So that's interesting that, you know, they decided to keep the music.
Let's see. Also, you're pretty sure you saw. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Read the comment. That's fine.
Oh, you said Time Prophet says you're pretty sure you saw Liam Neeson's name in the credits at one point. And while Brandi talked about what Brandi was going to talk about, I'll search through the credits.
Well, I was just going to say, why are those firebenders using watering hoses to put out a fire?
Yeah. Exactly.
Shouldn't
just
they be able to
fire and push it somewhere
control the fire? Yes! I'm sorry. I'm just like,
wait. Also,
well, I
do
guess
they have
not
sub pumps?
I guess not all of them are firebenders.
Oh, imagine being a non-bender in the Fire Nation Army. That would be insufferable.
Be terrible.
Ugh. My question is, how are they pumping it? Because I didn't see sub pumps.
Magic.
Details. I didn't see the credits, so Time Prophet or Rapunzel, because Rapunzel's our go-to one.
Let me see if I can find it.
Well, Brandi checking it out. And in the meantime, Louise X Sparrow, yes, Supernatural Kim Rhodes as well. She does Supernatural videos. She does Sweet Life of Zack and Cody videos, and she's just an overall sweet lady on TikTok, and she's really into helping people. Because a lot of people are just like, will you be my mom? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so she has these like sessions for her kids, and it's great. I love it. Let's see. You reckon they use mocap to do the animation, the series? Not sure about the pilot. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what technology they used and how maybe it would change a little bit more. Oh, look on the IMDb database.
That's what I'm doing.
Nice. IMDb is such a good resource. I will tell you that. Well, and where did it go? There's the scene we want to talk about. You can do it. There it is. Yes, okay. There was one point in this episode where I cackled.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Have you found Liam Neeson?
No, I mean, my phone's being stupid, so just go ahead.
In the meantime, let's just listen to this one and notice the guard's reaction.
Untie me and fight like a real warrior. I'm talking to you, Scar Boy.
Yeah, you tie me up with ropes.
Okay. So, like, here's the thing. I don't think that they figured out the dialogue in this quite just yet. Like, I don't think they honed it in, because that was something that I did notice. I was like, why is this so cringe?
It is. Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
Like,
I was
like,
rolling though.
How?
Knowing what we know from watching the series, and he's just like, fight me, Scar Boy. And then he called Aang like Air Boy. I'm like, your game is weak, Sokka. Man. Time Prophet says, maybe I imagine Liam Neeson because I can't find him on IMDb, but I thought I saw his name while watching the series.
I don't know.
Maybe it was Liam Neeson, and we're just all slightly dyslexic. Heaven knows I am.
Definitely in the realm of possibilities.
Well, I think this part right here, where we had like the Sokka calling the Scarboy thing,
with her,
No sign of him.
made me laugh because they were talking about, oh, we can't find the Avatar.
Sir.
Search the island. He's probably hiding under a rock. Ah!
Like classic Avatar humor. At least they had that.
Oh my gosh, the freeze frame.
With
yes.
The little ding.
Search the island. He's probably hiding under a rock. Ah!
So good.
Zuko's face is the same one that I make when I step in a puddle of cat vomit in the morning.
Gross.
Just
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, he definitely seems more childish in this. He lets out the scared and everything. So
yeah, I think that they were kind of like, a lot of times in kids' cartoons, the villains are made out to like be idiots, and I feel like that's kind of what they were doing. Like, oh, he's so serious. And,
I wonder. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say it was interesting at the beginning when they were fighting that serpent or whatever.
The green unagi, as I called it as a kid.
Yeah, that's just like, that's the serpent from the Serpent's Pass. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Look,
that's classic.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. I love that.
that could be wallpaper.
That's very reminiscent of them all screaming in the Secret Tunnel episode where they're like,
"Oh my gosh, yes."
Yeah, we'll just fly around the blockade and okay, we're going through the stupid tunnel. But anyway,
very close tie-in.
Not Sokka, but Zuko, he says something about like, or you'll swim home again or something. Like, he has like this threat to his people, and I'm just like, wow, that's very Azula like.
Anna, let's do it again.
This isn't it. Where was he making threats? Oh, get the fireball right this time, or you'll be swimming home in your armor again.
Yeah, something like that.
There.
I want the Avatar. Improve your firebending, or you're swimming home in your armor again.
He's so grumpy.
Yeah. Also, where is Uncle Iroh?
Yes! Okay, that was the main thing I wanted to bring up about this pilot. There is no Iroh!
Is that the reason why he's so grouchy?
I think that's why he's so kind of like out of control. Because Iroh wouldn't have let him kill that serpent. He'd have been like, oh, Zuko, just glancing blow, warning shot.
I don't know. I mean,
it's a nice, cool animal. I feel like Iroh would appreciate it.
Yeah, but like, what if there's just like a bunch of them and it wasn't going away?
Maybe then he would pull out some cool moves. Well, and speaking of cool moves, what about these fire daggers? Where is it? There it is.
They reuse the fire daggers.
Oh, I know, but like this is like so freaking cool. That shot.
Well,
that what I loved.
What I liked a lot was when the Sokka is tied up, and it's like right after Sokka calls him Scar Boy, and Zuko like jumps off and he lands almost like on all four, and he like shoots flame out of his nostrils, and you're like, it's just like this whole thing, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, like that's easily a
leave him alone.
Kaya,
Prince Zuko, we caught her trying to.
That is such
like,
a cool...
what the? That's
that.
Yeah, like,
he's got the villain mustache that way.
Yeah, like I feel like they could have brought that back. Like maybe it's not a Zuko move, but another firebender move.
He does do the flame through the mouth at the boiling rock, right? It's not. I feel like it's in the actual show, but I don't know where.
Well, so Iroh does it.
Okay.
And I think Aang does it as well, maybe when he's like in the Avatar suit, because he's like shooting flames out through both his legs, his arms, and I think his mouth.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if Zuko ever does it.
Well, sorry, I got distracted by comments.
No, you good.
Yes, Clancy Brown is in the credits. This is bad, but who's Clancy Brown?
I was in hopes that you knew.
Oh, great. Let us know, Shadowcat. Let's see. Going back through Cat Lady Life. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, Dop is currently being so freaking adorable and stretching and now yawning. And she's asleep again. It's a whole vicious life cycle. Isn't the whole fight scene on this scaffolding reused? They do go back to the scaffolding fight. Isn't it in season 2?
Yeah. So it's in Return of Omashu. When they're like,
right.
Yeah, when they're like building the statue of Ozai. Yeah.
Yeah, because who are they building a statue of in this one?
They're not building a statue. It's like they're turning another nation. I think it's like an air statue, and they're like covering it in metal and turning it into like something Fire Nation. So it's like they're getting rid of air culture, air nomad culture or something, and like, pushing the Fire Nation agenda or whatever. It's something like that.
Just
like
cultural cleansing kind of a thing from the Fire Nation perspective.
Yeah, so they're taking this giant statue and turning it from one nation and turning it into something fire. And they're also like covering it up in metal as well.
Well, I love Time Prophet's comment. Why would the Fire Nation build wooden scaffolding? They had to have known that it was going to catch on fire a lot because they had the water tankers right there. Like,
I would just say budget cuts. Also, Clancy Brown voices Mr. Krabs. How can you two not know this? It's weird.
What?
Brianna's comment. I already said it once in this episode. I'm terrible with names. Just terrible with names.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I can't with names.
No,
it took me how long to memorize yours? Like, for a while, I just wouldn't call people by their names in college because I just didn't know who was who.
You're like, hey, you! And I'm like, hey, you!
Everyone knows. Like, at that point, just accept it and be like, okay, what's your name again? You've known me for 2 years. I know. What's your name?
If you guys had just said like the voice of Mr. Krabs or the guy who primarily voices Lex Luthor, I would have been like, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But Clancy Brown voices the leader of the Dai Li.
Oh,
whatever his name is. And obviously I can't remember it because I'm terrible with names, but that's who he voices.
Ooh, Katie, are you going to do a 600 subs? Do I have 600 subs? Does the channel have 600 subs? What? Oh, we're close. We're at 567. If we get to 600, I will. We'll do like a crazy cat episode. Because there's a crazy cat. Hello. Can you hear that purring? Yeah, she's adorable. Just like Momo, because Momo seems like a cat in this episode.
Momo is just a cat. It's based off of one of the creators' cats.
Oh, really?
Why do I know all this, but I can't remember names? Like, that's what my problem is.
Yeah, that's so related. Yeah, very relatable. I feel like everyone's bad with names eventually. Like, at some point in your life.
I've just always been terrible with names.
Well, and one thing that I have to point out, too, with this is they kept most of the names except for Kaya. They switched to Katara.
Yeah, so the reason why they had to switch Kaya is because of, not copyright, but, like, IP laws. So, like, Kaya,
really?
The name was already, like, well-used and well-recognized from, like, another anime. And so the legal team at Nickelodeon was just a little concerned about it. And so that's why they changed it to Katara. And then they later reused Kaya as Katara's mother's name, and then spoiler alert, Aang and Katara have a child, and will have children, and one of them is named Kaya. So, but yeah,
I like that they did that.
That's the reason why it got changed, was because the lawyers at Nickelodeon were like, maybe not. And they were like, okay, that's fine. We can change it.
Just make it a smaller role.
Yeah, so.
Nice. I did not know that. And yes, Avatar trivia is important. People's names don't matter. True. People move on. People leave. Avatar trivia is forever.
Remains the same.
Yep. I can't remember Brandy's name because I can remember Brandy's name because it sounds like alcohol.
Yep.
I like that.
There's also a song with Brandi in it, and everybody sings it to me.
Oh. See, I'm uncultured when it comes to music, so I don't know what song you're talking about.
Everybody.
Who's got one name that's really easy? See, we have 2 Jakes at our TV station. Jacob Heller and Jacob Holmes. We also have a John Holmes. And they all work on the same shift. So for about the first year and a half, until we got into COVID, I did not know who was who. And I worked with Jacob Heller every morning as my co-anchor. He said his name every morning, and I just... whoop. So yes, if you're going to name your kids, name them something cool. Like my old assistant band director just had a son and named him Odin.
Nice.
Just straight up Odin Borders.
We have 2 engineers at my station, and they're both named Bruce.
Oh no. Well, at least you only have to memorize one then.
Well, we call them by their last names, but like I could not, for the longest time, like I want to say a solid year working there. I was like, because one of them is the IT and one of them is the chief engineer. So obviously you're going to call them for different problems.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I have this. And they're like, oh, you got to call that person. I'm like, oh, okay.
Which one?
Yeah, we had 2 Tims there for a while too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Our station has a problem with Katie's. We've had at one point 4 Katie's.
Wait.
I'm the superior Katie, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Like, you didn't even have to say it.
But so, question: if you were going to have a kid named after an Avatar character, which name would you choose?
See,
or if you were to be named after an Avatar character?
I wouldn't really want to be named after an Avatar, and I wouldn't want to name my kids after an Avatar.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm fine with like naming pets after stuff like that. But like if I'm ever gonna have kids, I'm not gonna name it after a TV show.
Oh yeah, true.
So,
you don't want it. Like, you don't want him to be like Scully or something.
Yeah, like I mean, and if people do it, like that's fine. It's just like me personally, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. See, I keep seeing, because there's the Order of the White Lotus page on Facebook. We're both a part of it. And occasionally people will post like welcoming Zuko to the world or welcoming Katara to the world. And it's just like, I think one person recently said welcoming Azula. I'm just like, that's an interesting flex to choose that one.
I would maybe
Momo.
pick Lee.
There you go. Shadowcat chooses Momo. Rapunzel says, name your kid Bonzu Pippin-Paddle-Opsicopoulos. The third! Yeah, no one will forget their name, but no one will know how to spell it.
Nope. Not even me.
Yep. See, so I always have this trick, because Nicolau is a weird last name, where I tell people if someone throws a nickel at your head, you're going to say ow. So Nicolau, even though it's Nick and allow, but like which one's going to be remembered more? So
Brava.
That's been a fun one explaining to people. May and Suki aren't bad. Yeah, May would be a cute one.
I could maybe do May, but again, it's just like
Let's see
I
what
don't
we
know.
got on. Yeah. Oh gosh. Orville Nation, I don't mind joining a live stream, but I don't want to do that kind of thing with your channel. Ooh. Hey, yeah, go check out Time Prophet's channel or anyone's channel on this comment section because we just have a great community. So
Yeah, go
why
do
not?
the thing.
Oh gosh. Is there anything that you would like me to talk about more in this episode? Any screen grabs you would like to have pulled up?
No, I feel like we've really covered it all. That's a great one. Oh, okay. There is one more thing. So this is very interesting. At the end of this fight sequence, Aang like jumps off the side of the building and puts himself in danger to force himself into the Avatar state. And I'm like,
yes.
What?
Basically, he's just like, all right, let's just pretend to die. Whee!
What?
It's a weird flex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't like
gosh.
like. I don't really. I think you put it the best way. Everybody's character is projected in like their worst way in this in this pilot.
Yes, I'm so glad that they refined them.
Well, and maybe they were just like, maybe it was done on purpose to show like.
Well, Nickelodeon likes the goofy, outrageous characters typically.
This is true. I don't know. I'm so glad that like they really brought that back in, and they're like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you a great example of current day. The Star Trek Prodigy is the Nickelodeon Star Trek show. It's animated, it's new, and I think there's 4 episodes out. And good show, but the thing is, the main character is so unlikable. He is just over the top, angsty. I'm a rebel and I do what I want and I'm the leader. Like at one point literally goes, I'm the captain. It's like, please stop. And I feel like that's what this would have been if it had been the pilot. Is just, you're too outrageous and you're not relatable. Can you just bring it in a little bit? You can let it seep out occasionally, like my craziness. I don't show it off all that often, but this is my release. Yeah, I just I like the pilot, the actual pilot, the Boy in the Iceberg and the Avatar Returns.
Oh yeah, much better.
And let's see what else we got. Rapunzel saying, "Did you catch what Zuko did to the giant serpent?" Zuko's just, he's so ruthless. See if I can find.
It's towards the beginning of the episode. Is it?
Well, once they bring it in, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Only the head of it. How did he get that on his ship?
I was just about to say, so they like cut it off and put it on the ship and then brought it to dock and then like, well,
the rest of its body's just floating on the surface of the ocean.
The logistics of this doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
So when I was watching this like last night, it rolled in and all I could think about was, we're eating good tonight.
Oh, see, this is why they should have had Iroh. Just be like, well, if you are going to kill it, at least we get a nice meal. Yeah. The heads off to the to the kitchen with chef.
Something about how the eyeballs are delectable or something.
Yes. The base of the brain, where the brainstem meets the brain. Delightful. Makes a brilliant tea. I can't do an Iroh accent. For the life of me, I can't.
Broth.
Yeah. He's into canning and jarring. Little known hobby of Iroh. Hey, how's it going, Galinda? Good to see ya. We got a lot of people in the chat. This is awesome. Brandi, I would like to say, when we started this show, when we did the first episode, the actual first episode, we had 3 viewers on the live, I think it was. We're up to 9 now.
Check it.
Love all you guys.
That's on you guys. That's not on us.
Nope. You guys have made it so enjoyable that people are flocking to the comment section. I love it. And let's see. Rapunzel also says they had to make the Avatar state harder to get in and out of to increase the stakes. Otherwise, Aang would be too OP. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Aang in the actual series never puts himself in danger to force himself into the Avatar state.
They put other people in danger.
Yeah, and so I just think that's interesting in this pilot. They were like, oh, well, he could just like jump off the statue and, you know, put himself in danger. Whereas they easily could have just like had Zuko like push him off by mistake or something like that. But like,
yeah.
The very fact that Aang just makes like a conscious decision to just jump off and, you know, to the Avatar state, and I was like, okay, wow.
What if that hadn't worked? Just.
I mean, he's an airbender. Like, I think he would have made it. That was like the next thing. Like, would that have really put him into any amount of danger?
Yeah, true. Because he can just like right before he lands, just go. Whew.
Yeah.
There's actually, I think. Let me see. Now that I have the scroll, yeah, there you go. You can just kind of. There we go.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Air cushion.
Yeah, I think Milo does it in Avatar in Legends of Korra.
Yeah, his fart bending. He uses it when he lands.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Aang in this episode, complete Milo vibes.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's like, okay, this explains why your grandson is the way he is.
Yeah.
It's hereditary. Oh, the Avatar is copying your eyes. Yes, who knows? You might be an Avatar and you just don't know it. Have you been seeing spirits? Oh, let's see. He straight up roasts and decapitates. Yeah, true. It doesn't need to be cooked. It's already cooked.
Exactly.
Oh, let's see. Good old serpent brain soup. I think too much Avatar state is the path to the dark side.
Probably.
And yes, please, no Milo slander on this.
I was not slandering Milo. I was just simply making an observation. Also, Milo is spelled with 2 E's. Fake fan.
Oh, savage.
Yeah, we're it's okay.
Yes, if anyone in here has seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but not The Legends of Korra, and you feel like watching, you know, the Avatar universe, but much more grown up, go check it out.
Go check out Korra.
Yeah, it's by season 4. What we got? Torture. We have near-death experience, PTSD. It's a kid show. Actually, fun fact, they moved it from Nickelodeon while they were airing it. First season, fine. Second season, fine. They got to the third season and said, you know what, we're going to make this an online exclusive. We aren't going to air this on our channel.
Maybe not.
As soon as something happened.
Yeah, they were like, group. Maybe this isn't right for prime time.
I want to be in that executive meeting where they're just like, yeah, they might be going a little too hard here.
Love what you're doing. Ratings are great, but
Bree's mad.
Bree is always baseline mad.
No Milo slander at all. And Shadowcat watched them both. Oh, I don't know why this just reminded me. I think it's because I saw everyone's names all at once. You know how I sent those pins out from our finale 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So we have a mailbox out here for our complex, and I put it in the group mailbox to go outgoing mail. Turns out that hasn't been used in a while, and so they've just been sitting there for 4 weeks.
Oi.
I'm taking them to the post office tomorrow. So I'm so sorry if anyone has just been wondering, where's my Cabbage Man pin? It's been sitting about 100 yards to my west.
Figured out the problem.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I wouldn't. I was just like, no one in the comment section has mentioned that they got their pin yet. And I put enough postage on it that it should have gone through. Let me check. Oh. Hey, Justin, does this work? No. Great.
Does this work?
Yeah. I'm like, I just didn't get the memo. But yes, everyone, I'm going to going postal tomorrow. I'm going to the post office tomorrow. Although the day is yet to begin, so who knows? Might end up that way. Just depends. Rapunzel, I figured the post office was backed up like everything else is. True. Very true. It takes a while for everything to come through. We call pins badges in Britain. Aww. I like your guys' terms better. Can we just like...
Everything just sounds better.
Well, and we had the chance to have those British phrases and terms, but no, we went American and revolutionized and whatnot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to call badges. I want to call like what else is it? Oh, there's one that I always want to do. The telly. Can you turn on the telly? Turn on the television. No. Turn on the TV. No. Telly.
I don't even say television. I just say TV.
See, I don't. I just talk to my cats, so I don't really do much talking.
Oh, I mean, I just talk to the air, so.
There you go. You should get a house plant. They like conversation.
I have a plant.
Aw, talk to it.
It's the plant that I've had since Valpo.
Really? And it's still alive?
It's still alive.
That's impressive.
It's lucky, Babu. It's hard to kill.
Yeah. It's impressive, just like how the show got greenlit after this pilot. Which, I forgot. One last thing.
But who knows? One of those adventures might even save the world.
I love that. I absolutely love that bit. Because I would do that. If I fell asleep in the sky, I would wake up on the ground. Or in heaven, hopefully. You know.
Wait, so would he have gone into the Avatar state?
Oh, probably. Just make a giant Earth tower back up to Appa. Or Appa probably would have caught him. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Momo would have tried. And gone down with him. Oh, yes. You say TV, television in Britain too? So you're saying that the TV shows that I've seen have been lying to me? TV lies? No, just kidding. Trunk, boot, lift. Lift. Elevator or lift? Which one makes more sense? Lift. Because it's easier. Oh gosh, let's see. You need to talk to your plants so they get fresh, steady supply of CO2. Go feed them. Just give them the air from your lungs. That's a Doctor Who reference.
Oh, okay. So long as it made sense to somebody.
Yeah, Bree's over there like, I got that, and everyone else is just like, yeah, Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. Oh gosh, yes, everyone rolling around. I'm glad we can make people smile.
We try at
let's
least.
see. Yes, we do. And you know what's sad is this is our last in the streak, I think, for our Avatar show for now.
Yep.
We will probably do some intermittent episodes here and there during I guess from now through the holiday season, but yeah, it's gonna be on not a scheduled stuff.
Nope.
But on the bright side, we are planning on doing the Avatar season 2, so stick around.
Yeah, we'll probably start that up in January.
Oh, question. This is kind of out of left field, but have you seen the YouTube animation show called Has Been Hotel?
I don't think so.
Okay, if anyone in the comment section has seen Has Been Hotel, let me know. Because it is an animated, independently produced animation from VisiPop, which is a YouTube creator. And it is really good. Like, not necessarily something it's not safe for work, I'll tell you that. But it is really good. So we might have to watch that too, along with Chicken Little.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you the stuff because it's called Has Been Hotel.
Has Been
with a Z. And there's a character called Alistair who is one of my all-time favorite character designs in television history. So if you guys are looking for something to do in the meantime, check it out, but with headphones on and not at work and not around children.
That's a lot of stipulations.
Yeah, you know, you know when I watched the Orville at the airport and had to slam it shut because of the Mocklin orgy? Or was that? I didn't tell you about that one. That happened when I was with Jillian. We were watching it in the Phoenix airport, and all of a sudden there's just this alien orgy, and I slammed that screenshot. I think there's still a mark on my laptop. And Jillian, just because it was her first episode, she just kind of looks at me. She goes, "What the hell was that, Katie?" Like, that was Seth MacFarlane trying to get me in trouble at an airport.
And sweet little Jillian.
Oh, little Jillian. I'll tell you what, fan fiction has ruined both of us. You only get Doctor Who references pre-1986. Oh, so sad. All the Brits I know say Telly, and I think Time Prophet is toying with us. Perhaps. Took me a second. It's been like 7 years since I've watched 9. But you got it, so that's the important thing. Let's see what else we have. So many people in the comment section. I love it. Ooh, not another time says, but good stipulations with a that. So hello, welcome to the chat.
Thank you for also just vocalizing the face. I really appreciate that.
That's how I read emojis in my head, is I put sounds to it. It's very onomatopoeia, but yeah, it makes life fun. I recommend Tsushima?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at you, Brandi, for help. But okay, Cat Ladies. Episodes are 2 minutes. Japan gets cats. Yes, and My Hero Academia too. Have you seen that, Brandi?
No.
I feel like you would like My Hero. Possibly. They have like a large chunk of the cast coming to C2E2 in Chicago in December, and I'm getting all their autographs.
It's kind of one of those things where I'm like scrolling through and I'm like gonna watch it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I should watch that. And then I'm kind of like, and then I find something else. And I don't know why.
Oh, so the pilot actually has to be really good for it to get you hooked.
No, I'm saying I haven't even watched like the first episode. Usually I give like a series like 3 episodes, and then if I'm not hooked by like the third one, I'm kind of like, But I also have to complete everything that I watch because I'm like, oh, it could get better.
Yes, exactly. That little nagging portion in the back of your head that you're gonna miss out on something.
You're never gonna know. And here I am struggling to finish Smallville, but it's just the same thing over and over again every single season. And one of my friends loves the series, and I'm like, how?
Oh no.
How? It goes on for like 9 seasons.
Ugh. Yeah, shows that go over when they should have died is, yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
And Louise, you need to watch past season 1 because season 4 is like a holy crap, and then the new season is just like, this got dark. Like, I need a flashlight. It is so dark. Watch The Dragon Prince. I need to check that out. Have you seen? Yeah? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
I'll give it a shot. Oh, yes. Get ready for trauma, Rapunzel. Trauma. Let's see. Ghost in the Shell and Pat Labor. I'll tell you what, and this is a great transition, and I am going to call it out because I'm proud of it. If you're going to watch a show, check out, Convenience Store? Because there is a character who just got cast in a new live-action Avatar show, and he's Uncle Iroh. And let's see if I can pull up his photo. Live action. There we go. Yes, they cast Iroh, Gyatso, and Zhao. And actor Paul Sun-hing is going to be Paul Sun-hing Lee as Uncle Iroh. There we go. I'm bad with names. We've already established this. But here we go. How perfect is that casting?
Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at any of the casting. Like,
I'm worried about the content, not the characters.
That's where I'm at too. And everybody's like, oh, everybody who's working on the show is a fan of the show and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, so is M. Night. So like I don't know, people. But you
Kim's
know what?
convenience. Sorry.
We're not gonna bully the actors. We're not gonna bully the showrunners. We're not gonna bully people. Some you know, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Exactly. We're going to sit back. I think actually this show might have a really good chance because expectations are so low. They're like 6 feet underground. You can just step over the bar.
I was thinking about that too. And I kind of want film theorist Matt Pat to do a theory on it, because he did a theory on the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League and how it was going to be good because fans had been waiting for it for so long and they had fought for it, blah 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 blah, and so they had like built it up in their head that like if it's not going to be good, then they've wasted all this time and energy. So a lot of the group of those people that wanted the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League are going to love it. So I would love for Matt Pat to do a theory on like how this series is going to be received, because we've known about this series for years. And like I remember Brianna talking to me, asking me, like, oh, have you heard anything? And I'm like, no, and I'm worried about it because we have no names attached to it at all. And I'm also really worried about it because we have actors, and obviously, the actors could have been hired a while ago and they could have just now released, who knows. But like it seems like it has gone from nothing happening to everything's happening at once. And
yes.
That's the one thing that has me concerned, is that if they are rushing into production because they want to get the show running while Avatar is obviously still trending and here and there, and that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about, is that they're gonna rush it because they want to ride that hype train, and that's not gonna work.
It is kind of concerning, but they had everyone cast, it looked like, and they said production started, was it today or yesterday?
I think it was one of those, yeah.
Matt, it was like past 48 hours. So I'm hoping that between the team, actually the creators leaving the show, and now they just kind of chugged ahead and got everything planned.
I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, no, honestly, I don't think honest to gosh, I don't think it could be worse than the movie. I will find something better.
And then also, like, so here's the thing. So like if it is bad, I'm not saying that it is, but if it is bad, then people are just going to watch it because it is bad. You know what I'm saying? So like this show, from like a rating standpoint, I don't think it can fail.
Yeah.
Because you have all these fans that are going to watch it because they just need to know. And then if it's good, if it's good, it's gonna like break the internet.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And if it's bad, it's gonna break the internet because everybody's going to be talking about it and making memes about it, and like this show cannot fail.
Yeah.
Like it's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad, and either way it's going to succeed. And that is the crazy thing about film and TV.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be, every eye is on this production. They have to know that. So they, unlike this unaired pilot, I think the first episode they have to hit the nail on the head. Otherwise they are going to just they don't have that grace period like Star Trek The Next Generation did, where they had 2 seasons of mediocre, and then season 3 they're just they hit puberty and blossomed.
I mean, I don't think that it needs to be like a complete just like cut and copy of the series. Like I think it needs to try and be its own thing, and I think it needs to tell its own story in some amount of way. But at the same time, I'm like, well, we don't really need a remake. We need new content. So that's my one thing that I'm kind of like, I could really live without this.
You can put past avatars. You could do like next generations of after Korra, like Legend of Genji. Are you following Legends of Genji?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the next avatar after Korra. I would love to see a series like that, and I'm still waiting on them to actually come out with content. But yeah, that'd be.
I think it would be nice. Very interesting to see an avatar in like modern world, so like how like our world looks now, and you know, do something like that.
Yeah, the avatar on TV. He's just texting, calls his buddies like, "Hey, there's an uppity swamp person. We gotta go and talk to them before they take over the world again." they got nukes in Avatar.
Like my story in my head is that like bending is no longer, because it's, you know, it's the modern world, nobody needs bending or whatever, and then, you know, so like the whole idea of like the avatars just kind of been forgotten, and then, you know, you kind of something happens, and then here's this person that's like, oh, I'm the avatar, blah, blah, blah.
Interesting.
That's where I see like a modern avatar, or it would be very interesting to see how like technology and bending kind of coexist and stuff like that. So
definitely. And yeah, they are some newer faces. They aren't necessarily legendary actors just yet. Hopefully. Am I being too hopeful? And yeah, there was a suggestion that it was a modernized teen thing.
Oh my gosh.
And I hope it isn't. Like Riverdale is what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah, if it turns into one of those things, I'm just gonna be like, nope.
Yeah, no. Hopefully they've seen that people, like, since we've been talking about it for so long, that they don't want that. So, who knows? We'll be finding out probably in 2 or 3 years, guys.
I think the production was gonna wrap up in March, May.
Yeah, but how much visual effects do they have to add in?
Yeah, so I would say that it will probably come out at the end of next year or the beginning of 2023.
Okay,
that's what I would think. Because it makes
hope you're right.
It makes absolutely no sense for it to be released over the summer. Now watch it; they'll release it over the summer.
They better not, unless they have like a 300-person animation team or like visual effect team.
No, I'm saying like the summer of 2023.
Oh, like, I thought you meant this summer. I was like,
no.
Yeah, no. They're just putting duct tape on the screen and calling it water bending at that point.
I bet you it's gonna be December.
Yeah, the CW can't put their hands on this.
The CW can't make anything.
Oh gosh, you're gonna rewatch the Avatar movie and throw things at the screen. Good plan, and also get some sleep. It's late for you. Oh goodness. Well, Brandi, is there anything else we need to talk about on this one?
No, I don't think so.
I think we covered it all, and then some. But this has been fun. This kind of officially closed the chapter on book 1.
It sure did.
And now we get to move on to book 2.
Woo.
And, you know, the random fuzzy stuff in between where we're just like, chicken little.
We'll see what we do in December. We don't really
Who knows? Yeah. So check back. You can check our Twitter, and then you can also check our channel. If we're going to do a stream, probably going to be same day, same time, similar thing. Just check back every week, and we might just magically appear, and then we'll be back in.
Or you could subscribe and then make sure that you turn on your notifications, and then you will get notified for when we stream. How can you say no to that little kitten?
Please subscribe. Yes. She's purring so loud.
I can hear it.
She's such a nerd. She has the Star Trek. Oh, that didn't turn out at all. She has the Star Trek emblem on her chest. She's got the little Delta shield.
And that's how you knew it was meant to be.
It was. Oh, yes. Thank you to everyone. We got Louise X-Sparrow, Shadowcat, Rapunzel, Time Prophet, PJ over at Orville Nation. Everyone's just been stopping by. And honestly, this has been a trend for a lot of our episodes. You guys are just great populating the comments and having amazing conversations. You add as much to this as we do. So thank you guys so much. We got Not Another Time also. I want to make sure that I don't miss anyone. I don't think I did. Nope. I think we're Glinda. Yes, how could I forget? Yes, my little kitty. Thank you guys, and we will see you sometime soonish. Happy holidays.
Holidays.
Bye.